Edtech is actually not a new concept, right? 10, 15 years ago, we've already seen online courses, whether it's Khan Academy or Coursera, and a lot of us are now able to take classes from institutions and from people who we don't meet in person online. And I think for Duolingo, what's unique about Duolingo and what's a new trend from our perspective is the relevance of mobile. And so, as the world of tech has transitioned a lot from web, which are things happening on your computer, on your desktop, and viewing content online and traditional laptop, a lot of it has also transitioned to web. And that has resulted in explosive growth and just downloads of apps. And this is across all categories, whether it's apps like Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Snap, and also apps in every single vertical or types of app. And in the education world, I think for Duolingo, what we've noticed is over the past 7-8 years, mobile education is also a new trend where you have people who are increasingly busy and looking to learn on the go. And that, I think, is one reason why Duolingo has become so successful within education. We were really the first mobile app that offers a comprehensive learning experience just on your phone. And if you think about international expansion in the developing world, this is particularly important. Take Asia for an example, and countries like India and a lot of developing countries in Asia, they're actually going online through mobile as opposed to going online through a laptop first and then evolving to mobile. And so really they're skipping the web phase of digital disruption and going directly to mobile. And for us, the reason why we're really excited about growing in Asia is there are so many first-time online population in Asia going online for the first time and trying out services like YouTube for the first time. They're also accessing Edtech and digital education for the first time online through Duolingo. And because of our mission of providing free education to people around the world, we've seen really, really strong growth in multiple markets in Asia, including China, India, as well as markets like Korea and Japan and other developing markets. So that's why we're really interested in Asia. And that's why I feel like a lot of trends in tech and education has really propelled us to grow internationally. One thing for you guys to try out is, particularly if you have the option of internships, really try to get experience, especially as now I know things are very competitive for a full-time job and companies are increasingly looking for people who have done it before to do the same job. I think that if you could, as much as possible, get relevant experience and build up your resume before graduation. And you don't necessarily have to have the exact experience in a full-time role, but highlighting the relevant experience you've had through internships or even working part-time for a company may help put you in a better position when it comes to job in the full-time world. I can only speak to my personal resume screening experience. I don't think that employers actually have at their fingertips acceptance and ranking rate information of universities. At least for me, we've never really looked at a prospective student and said, okay, what is acceptance rate of this university, and kind of try to prioritize students who came from a university with a lower acceptance rate. And so really, I don't think, based on my experience, that particular criteria is a big one. I think in general, a lot of companies I've worked at think of candidate screening in two phases. One is resume screening, and there a lot of companies have set thresholds for the type of applicants they want. And so when they do resume screening, a lot of it is focused on evaluating whether the student passes the threshold. And every company has their own threshold. I know that, for example, for consulting firms, they have a list of universities they recruit from. And so as long as you're from that list of university, and it's a pretty broad list, it's not like 3 universities. And so as long as you're from that list, for them, it's you pass the check. They may also have GPA and or internship experience kind of thresholds or criteria they're looking for in the resume. And so I would think of resume as kind of the employer is looking for a set of skills and experiences in this role. And once they find it, they pass you on to the interview. And then on the interview phase, this is where you can really shine and really take the opportunity to explain why you're the best fit for the candidate. And this is here, they're really looking for candidates to explain their experience, the relevant, and most importantly, why they're interested in this role. I think sometimes, when I was a student as well, I underestimate the importance of showing why I'm interested and showing passion. I think that now in a hiring role, I increasingly realize it's perhaps for us most important to hire someone who is first and foremost passionate about the company and the role, because we believe that person will try harder and go above and beyond in the role. And so just wanted to make you guys aware this is something that's 100% in your control, whether it's preparing and demonstrating interest, or just making sure that your experience comes through in the interview. So I would encourage you to do that as much as possible.